downtown Baltimore and Oriole Park on a Friday night. Tonight we continue the road trip with the first of three between the Chicago White Sox and the Baltimore Orioles.
And now, your 2021
Orioles baseball is next.
Orioles.
Keegan Aiken gets the call for game one of the series. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's really struggled lately. ERA over 5 in his last 3 starts, so he's going to have to really improve on that one. Too many base runners, too many hits, and too many walks. He needs to get off to a good start and maybe throw up a 0 in the first inning.
Striding in is Yoan Moncada, and we are set for baseball here this evening. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they continue to fall on hard times, losing again last time out, and that makes 7 losses in their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this definitely looks like a situation where somebody's going to have to call a team meeting. I don't know if it comes from a veteran or the manager decides to close the doors for a second, but this team has not played well. They find themselves losing lately. They lost the last game, and they're going to need a spark to get this thing turned around.
Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Danny, any thoughts?
Yeah, I know this team has to be hoping that Jose Abreu can get it going. Looking at the last game, it was 0 for 3, but it was the way he went about that 0 for 3. He didn't look very aggressive, and actually, he looked kind of lost to me. I'm wanting to see a different player in that batter's box today.
Tim Anderson is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Pitcher's got options here. He looked a little bit out front. Might be able to rush a fastball by him.
And that one yanked just foul. 1 out, nobody on. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. 73 degrees our game time temperature here tonight, and then it probably won't get a whole lot cooler than that. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And it looked like the fastball got away from him there.
Looked like he tried to elevate a fastball on that 2-2 pitch there, but kind of overdid it. With a pitch that high, it's pretty easy to lay off if you're the hitter.
Line hard deep into left, and he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the 2nd out.
Batting third, the left fielder.
Now it'll be Eloy Jimenez. His average for the year sits in the 280s entering play. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And now a swing and a miss, and that's what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1. Good changeup there as he takes command. 0-2.
This batter's got to be in his head right here. This is where you need to regroup. Fastball in, now change up down and away. This is the cat and mouse that I love about the game.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Hey, textbook waste pitch right there. Does he go elevated fastball again or something slow below the zone?
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Here's the pitch.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left. No chance at bringing this one back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. It's a solo home run for Eloy Jimenez. Number 26 for him on the season. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly just like that, and they take the lead.
In now is Adam Eaton.
The designated hitter, Adam.
He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play. The average sits at 294, 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Now that's popped up, and this is going to be a foul ball.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
This one's flared off to the right side. Sanchez will put this one away, and the side is retired. But the White Sox hit the board first on the solo home run. Bottom of the first coming up from Oriole Park. And it's quickly 1-0 Chicago. Dylan Cease, a right-handed Georgia native, gets the starting nod. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the 4s. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the 4s indicates.
Madrigal retreats to the outfield grass, and he has it for round number 1.
Batting second.
Now a moment here in Baltimore for the Orioles starting lineup. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
You know, Matt, if there's one guy they need a little bit more out of, it's Adley Rutschman. Well, he's really struggled in this recent stretch. You look at it, he has only 1 RBI in the last 10 games, and he's hitting in the middle of the order. They're expecting a lot more production from him, and I'm sure he's expecting a lot more from himself.
In there, a base hit.
That's got to be frustrating for the pitcher right there. He's well aware of who's having great seasons and who's having the tough seasons at the plate for the opposition. This guy put him in the tough season bucket, and he just gave up a knock to him.
Cease offers up perhaps one of the nastiest sliders around, and it won't be uncommon to see a lot of off-balance swings against it, and it'll be easy to see why once you see it come out of his hand. He's got a huge break on it, and he'll try to check his swing here, but he'll have no such luck. It's strike 1. Hit out towards second. Fielded cleanly. There's one. Throw back to Abreu. They get them both, and the side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Second inning upcoming from Baltimore. White Sox on top, 1-0. Now to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. First delivery to him. A ball and no strikes. That evens it up 1-1. Yanked on the ground down the line, and that's through for a hit.
Dan, nice play by the left fielder right there to get into the corner and get that ball in. Has to make you feel good that the guys are busting their hump out there for you defensively.
You know, a lot of times they always say, hey, you could put anybody in those corner outfield positions, but that's an example right there where getting to the ball and getting in quickly keeps that guy to a single. Big play.
Nick Madrigal is at the plate as he looks at ball 1. Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
Hey, you know the pitcher right now, he's looking for that best friend, that double play ball. This is where you have to really be disciplined at the plate and make sure that you get a pitch that's above the knees that you can get in the air.
Ball taken there. 2-1 now. Off-speed pitch misses here, and he runs it to 3-1.
No reason to sit on anything other than hard stuff in a location you like and drive it right now.
He's set, and the 3-1 pitch. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike two. Had to wait back on the changeup, and he did a good job just to make contact. Hit on the ground to third. Oh, and he can't come up with it. One there.
Batting seventh, the first baseman.
So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
And there's a line drive base hit to left field.
Danny, I know that's not the execution he was looking for right there. That batter's eyes lit up on that pitch.
Not a real good changeup. One of the things, Mark, this pitcher will do, he'll use that changeup like most pitchers will use the curveball. His changeup is that good. That one wasn't, though.
Adam Engel stands in as he swings and misses for strike one. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
One of the toughest pitches to hit, the straight changeup, right? El Cambio. Hadn't seen it in that entire at bat. And what happens? Gets the string pulled on him right there. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a line drive, but a foul ball here. 0-1. 1-0 good guys as we play inning number 2. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Hey, this guy's so aggressive, I don't think this pitch is anywhere near the zone.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Now the 0-2.
Great arm action on that two-strike changeup right there, but even better job at the plate to take that one.
Taken off the outside as the breaking ball couldn't catch the corner.
Now 2-2, 2 on, 2 out. This is when you have to make a pitch right here. The last thing you want to do is run the count full to 3-2. Then
in just a sec as this ball is driven into the outfield. This should score 1, maybe 2. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. Next to bat will be the Cuban import Yoan Moncada. 0-1 the count. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch. Again, he sends it out of play. This one's down to third. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. Sox get one on the RBI double. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 2-0 good guys. And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. Couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Hey, Matty, they need to get some offense going in this one. Getting a run back in this inning, give them a little bit of confidence that they can keep up in this game.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mancini now. And he fouls this one off. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone. Austin Hayes the next to bat. He's entering play in this one, a home run shy of 20 for the season. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Drilled down the line. And this gets past him at third as it hugs the line. A fair ball. And he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Well, he was definitely not looking off speed on that pitch. I'll tell you, he had to be sitting on a fastball on that one because it's coming in hot, and he still manages to get out front of that and yank it for 2 bases.
Adley Rutschman digging in now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. 268 the average for him coming in. 6 home runs and 11 RBIs. This is skied into the air to straightaway center. Robert is there now, and he has it. 2 gone.
Batting 7th, the shortstop, Freddie.
Next up is Freddie Galvis. He has no prior history against this pitcher. First pitch on the way. Trying to go the other way. This is looped out toward third. But an easy play over at third, and that'll be that. 1 left for the Orioles. They trail it here 2-0. Welcome back. Here's Heidi Watney with a report as we get set for the top of the third. Heidi?
Well, Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the White Sox offense with their manager in between innings. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
The shortstop,
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now. Hard hit ball to short. Galvis is there. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. And with that, we'll give you a quick look at our current standings in the AL East. One out here in the Chi Sox 3rd. And up next, the exciting Eloy Jimenez. First offering on its way. Hit in the air down the left field line. Mancini has to range back, but he'll make the catch near the line, and there are 2 men gone.
Up next for the White Sox.
Now to bat, Adam Eaton. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Scooped up, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox as they're unable to add to their 2-0 lead.
Welcome back. As the Orioles look to get the offense going here in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. Entering the day, they ranked near the bottom of the league in batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging. So it's clear this is a work in progress. One player told me before the game, it's a difficult thing to go through. We're all competitive guys, and we believe in ourselves, but we're obviously not getting the results we need. And one coach told me that despite the numbers being what they are, he's seeing a lot of development happening. So he's optimistic about what the future holds, especially for some of their younger players. Back to you, Matt.
All right, Heidi, thank you. First delivery to him. Jahmai Jones is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike one.
The offense better get it going right here because they certainly can tell from their dugout. This guy is carrying himself with a presence out on the mound. He's got feel for all his pitches.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with a strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Rio Ruiz to the plate now. As he'll take a look at ball one. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 4 home runs, 18 driven in. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. That's inside. 2-0. Two and one after the foul ball there. Now the pitch. Changeup gets him out in front for strike two.
Ooh, that's a good pitch to take a hack at right there. Changeup up in the zone. He'd like to have that one back.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Estevan Ramirez.
Back to the top of the Oriole lineup now, and stepping in, Estevan Ramirez flew out last time up. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. Sent out to straightaway center field. Robert will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They're down 2-0. So stepping in is Yasmani Grandal as we begin the top of the fourth.
The catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Setting him up inside as he swings and misses for strike two.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our 2 starters. And whoa, you see the big number. How about 99 for a top speed? Not too many guys around the league can match that. Nick Madrigal is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0. That's by him for strike one. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Really tied him up on that one.
Yikes, he kind of looked clueless on that swing right there, Matt. If I'm pitching, I'm going right back to that same pitch.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Fouled away. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. He makes the throw to first. 2 down. So here's Jose Abreu trying to avoid becoming the 3rd strikeout victim of the inning here. Here's the first pitch to him. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1.
I'll tell you, if I'm pitching right now, I'm not throwing anything near the strike zone until these guys prove they can lay off it. They're just being way too aggressive.
A dive, but it's off his glove. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second. And with that, the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. They're up 2-0. At the plate now, Yolmer Sanchez.
The second baseman.
Lifted down the line in left.
Sanchez.
And they can't run it down. He collected a base hit his first time up. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. Two balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Great AB up until this point. A walk right here could really just infuse some confidence into this lineup.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, he loses him there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
He'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
These are the moments in the game that can sway it one way or another, why you get a W or a loss right here. Leadoff man on, heart of the order coming up. Guy out on the mound has got his work cut out for him.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone. So here's Trey Mancini. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First pitch on its way. Outside part of the plate, the changeup is in there. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. The set and the 1-1 pitch.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
And now a balk has been called here as he came to the plate too quickly. And you can forget about that double play now as the runner moves into scoring position with one away. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Sanchez, the runner at second with one away. And another foul ball. And that misses, ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning. Next to stand in is Austin Hayes. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. From the stretch.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
2 balls and a strike to count. The 2-1 home. Hard hit ball to second. He gets dirty, but he can't make the play. It's a base hit. The throw to the plate, and not in time as the run scores.
Hey, I can't imagine that's the pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
Into the box, Adley Rutschman. Right side, but it's well foul. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. And he looks like he's toying with him here. It's 0-2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Robert is there, 2 gone, but he gets back in time, safe at second base.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
And now in the box, Freddie Galvis trying here to plate the tying run from second, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. Pulled toward right center field. Right fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Orioles settle for 1. All set for the start of the inning. And up next, one of the best defensive center fielders in the league, Adam Engel.
Adam Engel.
First offering. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Now the 1-0 is a sinker in the dirt. And there's a swing and a miss. 2-1 now. Lifts it into the air to shallow center. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, this guy's been swinging a hot stick lately, and there's just another example. And even when he doesn't hit one on the barrel, he still manages another base hit.
Yeah, don't overthink it. When you're flowing like he is right now, he's hot as a pistol. Everything's falling.
And that's in for a base hit, his second in his many trips to the plate.
Hey, guys, I think the pitcher was just trying to steal a strike right there. I do not think he expected to get ambushed on an 0-0 get-me-over breaking ball. But that's exactly what happened.
So here's Yoan Moncada as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And here's a pitch high and tight for a ball. 1-1. Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Engel at second. Robert at first with no outs. Turned on, but that's ripped foul down the third baseline. Takes this the other way to right. That's in there. Base hit. And no sense risking anything here as the bases will be loaded now with still nobody out. Now here comes the Oriole manager up out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Dylan Tate is summoned in the toughest situation a reliever can face. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Gone! It's a grand slam. So one swing, and he unloads the bases on that one. Home run number 9 on the year, and it's now a 6-1 ball game.
And it's almost unfair. He inherited this mess from the previous pitcher, but he definitely didn't help the situation. They hoped he could save the day and put out the fire, but instead he threw some gasoline on it.
So now to the plate, Eloy Jimenez. This he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. 2 balls and no strikes to the White Sox left fielder.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
2 balls and a strike now. 4 runs here in this half inning. 2-1 pitch is a slider taken for a called strike 2. Shin high fastball that time, ball 3.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
There's ball 4. Adam Eaton digging. In next. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. First pitch on the way. The 1-0 misses for the second ball.
He's gone back-to-back with off-speed stuff to start this AB, and neither has found the zone. He's trying to pitch him backwards, but that only works if you can get them for strikes. Now he'll probably have to challenge him.
3-0 to him now. Has a look, now the pitch. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out. Stepping in next, Yasmani Grandal. 1 for 2. He singled and struck out in 2 trips. Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. None out, runners at first and second. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see if he triples up on it right here. He's got back-to-back out in front swings on this guy. Let's see if he bounces one right in front of the plate.
Again, another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
I'll tell you, it's a helpless feeling for a manager or a pitching coach when your pitchers are having a really hard time throwing strikes. What are you supposed to do other than keep trying new guys until someone starts attacking the zone?
The count now at 2-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there.
He showed right there why having a good changeup is so valuable. 2-2, and he flips one up there that the bottom really falls out at the last minute. It's so hard to pick up, and it's even harder to make good contact with.
The batter will be Nick Madrigal as he'll swing and lift a fly ball to right center. Long run for the right fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Up next for Chicago, The first baseman, Jose.
Digging in next, Jose Abreu. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. Jimenez rounds third and is digging for the plate. Safe at the plate. And it's now a 6-run lead.
That base hit was screaming off the bat, and our show track technology more than confirms it. 111 miles an hour was the exit velocity of that line drive.
In now, Adam Engel. And it's fouled away. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Oh, 1, here's the pitch.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there. A little bit too far out in front. Gotta find a way to keep his hands back.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
The 0-2 once more is taken. That's ball 1. The 1-2. Two men are on with 2 men out. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Ready to deliver the 1-2.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
And no trouble for him as he makes the catch to end the inning. All in all, 10 men come to the plate and 5 score. Last half of the 5th coming up. The White Sox lead this one 7-1. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I had a chance to discuss the state of the Orioles offense with their manager between innings, and he really emphasized that they're not doing a very good job capitalizing on run-scoring opportunities. With just 1 hit with runners in scoring position in the game, you can understand why he feels that way. But he also says he likes the way his guys are responding to the adversity. It seems as though they're keeping their energy and mood up, so we'll see if they can start coming through with some big hits as we go forward.
For the Orioles,
All right, thanks, Heidi.
designated hitter, Jemai.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. There to make the catch is Jimenez, and there's 1 away.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Now a swing and a deep drive to right. Way out of here as it bangs off the gate. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, and it's a 7-2 game now.
Hey, that wasn't a particularly good pitch right here. This guy doesn't get away with very many mistakes. He's going to have to do a better job pitching out of the middle part of the plate.
To the plate now, Estevan Ramirez. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Fielded by Abreu, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Yolmer Sanchez.
So 2 are gone now in the Baltimore 5th, and moving into the batter's box next will be Yolmer Sanchez. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 2 runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. A ball and a strike now. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Orioles get one back on the solo home run. Through 5 innings, it's the White Sox 7 and the Orioles 2. Top half of the 6th about to get started, and that brings up Luis Robert.
Luis Robert.
And now the first pitch.
You know, most people would be surprised he took that right there because that looked like it was in his honey hole. He had to obviously be sitting on something else.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Talk about challenging a guy. He offered up 2 in a row right down the chute, and the batter didn't even flinch. Gotta wonder what he was looking for.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. So with 7 runs allowed already, it's been another dismal outing from this pitching staff as you take a look there at the list of clubs with the highest team ERA. And that's not all that promising a number as they find themselves just 1 spot off the bottom in the American League. Yohan Moncada stands in as he can't connect here, 0-1.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
Hit out towards second. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They're on top 7-2. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle.
For the Orioles, the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Here comes Tony La Russa out of his foxhole at the end of the dugout, and he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. So the good news is he'll wind up going the requisite 5 innings for the victory, but he does leave his bullpen some considerable work to do before this one's done. Garrett Crochet will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. High in the air out to center field. Robert is there, and he has it for the first out.
Now batting, left
Next to hit is Trey Mancini. It was a walk in his last trip. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
That's the exact spot to lean on as a reliever. As a hitter, you just have to tip your cap and look for the next one.
Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Crochet stands 6'6" and throws from the left side. He's a second-year big leaguer. Fouled off. Hit hard on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
So the next to bat will be Austin Hayes. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. In there for strike 1.
Whew, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
Down the first baseline. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice is melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Adley Rutschman is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. Here's the 1-1. High in the air down the right field line. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Orioles leave 1. They're down 5. It's 7-2. Travis Lakins is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Now into the box, Eloy Jimenez. He'll be tasked with starting things as we begin the 7th. And now the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. And that's through into left. So a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Hey, guys, there had to be something in the scouting report right there. For him to be on top of that 0-0 changeup the way he was, that was pretty special.
Stepping in now, Adam Eaton. Hit back up the middle. Galvis has it to second for 1. On to first, and they get them both.
Doesn't come much easier than that. Tailor-made 6-4-3 double play and an easy one to turn.
As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. Bullet back up the middle. And Hayes will make the catch. This side is retired. White Sox down on just 4 pitches. They're on top 7-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And up next, the former Philly shortstop Freddie Galvis. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robert is right there, 1 down.
Up next for the Orioles.
So next to bat will be Jahmai Jones. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Abreu trying to get there. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fly ball out toward left center field.
Jimenez is in pursuit.
He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now.
Up next for the
Stepping
Orioles.
in once again is Rio Ruiz. Now the first pitch. Oh, 0-1, here it comes. Well, too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Hit weakly back to the mound. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. So they go quietly here in this half inning. 8th inning coming up. And the White Sox are out in front, 7-2. New inning set to get underway, and set to go is the second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
The second baseman, Nick Madrigal.
Danny Mendick is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. The average not so hot, down at 210 for the season. 7 homers, 18 driven in. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. Nothing in 2 now.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Hayes on the run for it, and it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 8th home run on the season for him, as it's now a 6-run ball game.
Oh, that swing has to feel good right there. If you look at the numbers, this guy does not give up many long balls. To take him deep in this spot certainly is huge.
At the plate now, Jose Abreu.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
Trying to keep it going. A perfect 3 for 3 thus far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. No outs, nobody on. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The right fielder, number 15, Adam Engel.
Into the box now, Adam Engel. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. The 1-1. Fly ball right down the line in left. Therefore, it is Mancini, and that's the first out of the inning.
Up next for the White Sox.
The next batter will be Luis Robert. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First pitch on its way. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
Wisely lays off the cut fastball there. It's 2-1. Has a look. Now the pitch. Abreu leads off first with 1 away. Count all the way full to the White Sox center fielder.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And he takes ball 4, so a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. Sean Armstrong enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Ready now for the White Sox, Yoan Moncada. Lifetime against this pitcher. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Movement in the Orioles bullpen now as they've got a left-hander up and throwing. Here comes the 1-0. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Two and 1 count to the Pale Hose leadoff hitter.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
Can't connect there. It's 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
Good fastball there. Didn't get the swing, but the guy at the plate isn't someone who chases many bad pitches.
And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
This is the pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Now to the plate, here is Tim Anderson. He's driven in 4 already, and yet another big RBI opportunity for him right here.
Matt, they couldn't have asked for anyone to hit better in this spot than this guy right here. He looks dialed in at the plate right now.
First pitch of the AB now.
1-0.
Hit to short. Fielded by Galvis. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. But for the Sox, a run here in the inning on the solo home run. On now to the bottom of inning number 8. It's the White Sox 8 and the Orioles 2. Danny Mendick will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Estevan Ramirez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Yeah, and it's usually demoralizing, Matty, when the top of the order, so-called best hitters, are shut down. But you know what? We can't expect them to carry us every single day. Somebody in the southern part of this order has got to step up and get this offense rolling.
2 balls and a strike to the Orioles leadoff hitter. Too high that time, and it's 3-1. Yolmer Sanchez will be next. Swing and a liner. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning.
That's the battle, Matty. Working yourself into a 3-1 count, having count leverage and getting ahead to a fastball. You don't get too many opportunities throughout the course of a game to have full count leverage, and he took advantage.
So now to the plate, Yolmer Sanchez. Skied in the air to straightaway left. There to make the catch is Jimenez, and there's 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle.
That'll bring up Ryan Mountcastle. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike.
Hey, that's a heck of a pitch right there. If he's able to execute with that type of velocity, fastballs up and in, I can't imagine. Not only is he going to break a ton of bats today, but he's going to open up that down and away with the soft stuff later in the game.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fastball well outside.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
He'll try again. 1-2. Fouled away. Takes this the other way to right, and that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into third. And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Up next for the Orioles.
Hey, there's a base hit right there. Now they have a couple of runners on with less than 2 outs, but they're down by so much in this game that hopefully maybe they can get something started here in this inning.
Yeah, 100%, Dan. I played the game a long time. I've never seen a big league hitter give an at-bat away. You chip away and fight until that 27th out is made.
Matt Foster answers the call now, looking to get this one onto the 9th inning without any trouble. Into the box, Trey Mancini, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Trey Mancini goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. In for strike two.
I got to count 1 and 2.
And the pitch is off the catcher's glove as it rolls away. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. Ramirez, the runner at third. Mountcastle on at second with 2 down. Still even at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Now this pitch is popped up. Playable for Grandal behind the plate. And he will make the play back there, and an opportunity goes by the boards here as that will end the inning. So fine work there from the White Sox bullpen. 9th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 8 and the Orioles 2. All set to start the 9th in this one, and digging in is the outfielder, Eloy Jimenez. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. Adam Eaton is on deck. He'll hit next. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Ramirez moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1.
The batter, the designated hitter, Adam Eaton.
And now here is Adam Eaton. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Unable to find the zone with the slider.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
The pitch. And a good eye that time to lay off the fastball. It's 3-0. Yasmani Grandal is on deck. Here it comes, the 3-0. And it's fouled away. 1 out, nobody on. To short, hit hard. Galvis is there. On to first, and there are 2 down.
Up next for Chicago, the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Up next, Yasmani Grandal. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out.
Yeah, he hit it hard. That's all you can ask. You can't control the result sometimes, Matty. Just unlucky with the placement.
Here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0, center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Now here's the pitch. Back up the middle. Galvis has it. Throw to first beats him easily, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox, but no matter, they lead it 8-2. All set for the bottom of the 9th, and that'll bring in the first-year catcher, Adley Rutschman.
The catcher, Adley Rutschman.
From the stretch. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side. Here comes the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the run is Jimenez. He's there and records the first out.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Freddie Galvis.
So now here is Freddie Galvis. He flew out in his last AB. First pitch on the way. Wow, that grounder got him. No chance to make a play. Let's see if he's okay out there. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg, and that is his plant leg, which is always a concern, but from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Standing in now, Jahmai Jones, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
You got to go into battle mode after falling down 0-2 and find a way to work yourself back to even.
Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
To the plate now, Rio Ruiz fouled off. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Taken called strike 2, and now they're down to their final strike tonight. Baltimore down to their final strike. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Galvis is off of first with 2 away. Hit sharply on the ground. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Yeah, that's what you want to do when you're playing on the road. Take it right to the home squad and get a win. Now the pressure's off. If they get one of the next 2, the series is theirs.
8-2 tonight's final. The Chicago White Sox jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Dylan Cease earns his 5th winner of the year. Keegan Aiken was only able to work 4 innings as he takes the loss. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious White Sox, 8 runs.
ええ感じでいけとるな。さあ、ではではでは。